Hello and welcome back to MK's Corner. Can you believe it's time yet again for MK's Corner? I can't believe September's almost over. This year has just flown by, probably because I've been very busy with a lot of fun things. And of course, as usual, there's plenty to talk about this month, so let's get right to it. You better be watching Poe Party. If you're not, I don't know what to tell you. It's so freaking good, you guys. I think it's one of the best things I've ever done in my entire life, if not the best. And everybody in it is really fantastic. And I hope if you are watching it, you are enjoying it. We are now about halfway through the run of the show, so you still have time to get on board if you haven't yet. It's so fun, and I am just hoping as many people find it while it's still going so that they can speculate and enjoy the mystery. I think I've talked about this before, but I just like the experience of a show being out and like the communal talk around it and the gifts and the fan art and just like everything. It brings me so much joy, and like I'm afraid that I'm addicted to it because I just love it so much. And seeing people love the things that we make is truly what makes them worth making. So thank you. We are actually running a Poe Party contest right now. If you haven't seen, it's called the hashtag I Love Poe Party contest. If you haven't seen it, all you have to do is talk about why you love Poe Party on any social media, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. Be sure and include the hashtag I Love Poe Party and the link to the playlist starting at the first episode. And you can enter as many times as you want in that. If you put up a post on Facebook and a post on Twitter, that's 2 entries, and we'll count them both. And the winner is going to get one of our brand new freaking amazing posters drawn by Emily Woods, who I'm going to talk about a little more later in the show. And we're so excited about these posters. We're going to have them up for sale soon in our merch store, but this is your chance to get one if you participate in this contest and be the first person to have one, which is pretty cool. Don't forget to share the playlist starting at the first episode. You can use tinyurl.com/PoeParty. That will go to that playlist in the first episode. Be sure to include hashtag I Love Poe Party and tell us why you love Poe Party. Poe Party, of course, leads me to my next exciting thing coming up in October, and that is, of course, Buffer Festival. Oh my gosh, I'm so stoked. We are going to be at Buffer Festival in Toronto the 3rd weekend of October to show Poe Party in its entirety for the first time, like as a feature, like all of the episodes all lined up together as a feature, which we've always wanted to do and always thought that we would do. And so I'm really excited. And of course, at that time, I believe the last 2 episodes will not have aired, so those will be brand new. So if you're in Toronto, don't brag too much because everybody's going to be mad at you because you're going to see the end of the show before everyone else. And also, if you do see it and then you spoil it in any way on social media, I will come find you and spoil everything in your life for you for the rest of your life, so don't do it. Buffer is started by my friend Corey Vidal, and it celebrates all the great content on YouTube without just being about the people that create that content, because I don't know if you notice with YouTube, but there's a lot of like idol worship and people getting really obsessed with the YouTubers that they follow. And not that there's necessarily anything wrong with that, but when that's sort of the climate, as it can be around other YouTube conventions, it becomes very much a like hysteric, like let me touch my idol person thing, and sort of this fan worship thing, which isn't always the most healthy thing for either party. And I love that Buffer is not about any of that. They are all about the content and what people are creating. It's essentially like a film festival, except for stuff that goes up on YouTube, which means it's perfect for us because that's what we create. We create great film stuff that just happens to be on YouTube, we being Shipwrecked. I mean, I'm biased, but I think it's pretty great. Our screening of Poe Party is going to be on Sunday the 23rd at 4 p.m. Get your tickets to Buffer Festival. We are one of the conversation screenings, and there's also a lot of other really cool content at the festival. Joey and Brian and Corey are going to be there with Flop Stoppers. They are Tin Can Brothers production. I'm not involved with that, but I love them, and I'm so excited to see it. And there's just a lot of great content at Buffer, so if you're in Canada, If you're in the Toronto area, please come. We would love to meet you, and you'll get to see the end of Poe Party before everybody else, which is so crazy and exciting and nerve-wracking. And I've never been to Canada before, and I'm just really looking forward to it. And I'm so proud of Poe Party for being there and being in a festival full of great work. I feel like it's the perfect place for us, and I'm just really stoked about it, y'all. I have some other exciting news for October. I'm gonna be on TV this month. I can't tell you on what yet because for some reason it hasn't shown up on my IMDb, but watch my Twitter. I will be letting you know when it is and what it is. I can tell you that it's the Halloween episode of a popular TV show on a major network. I haven't been on TV in quite a few years now, so I'm really looking forward to this, my TV debut for the first time since like 2013, I think. Please tune in, stay tuned to my Twitter, and I will let you know what it is when I'm able to let you know what it is. But yeah, I'll be there on TV. Cool. This isn't a question, but Catherine says, a Poe Party behind the scenes funny story. Well, there's about 10,000. The one I will tell you is this. They're in this wonderful, beautiful old house that we shot in. There were a lot of bees, and they were dying. They had like some sad bee problem. They had tried to eradicate the bees, and the bees were all like still like half alive. But they were around a lot, and the bees would like get into our lighting and die in the lights and all of these things. And I was very nervous because Joey Richter is allergic to bees. Thankfully, he did not get stung. But Lauren Lopez did get stung right above her crotch, which she Instagrammed about, so you might have seen that. And we decided to name that particular bee Simon. I don't know why. But we talked a lot about Simon. Simon, of course, like died shortly after stinging Lauren's crotch. And we thought about, I didn't think about, but certain people on the team thought about dedicating the whole show in memoriam to Simon. I didn't think that was probably the best idea, but Simon lives in our hearts and above Lauren's crotch for forever. Do you ever get homesick for people, places, or projects? That's a good question. Yes, I get homesick for projects, in that if I'm not working on something like day in and day out, I get a little depressed, and I have to really watch myself because I'm sort of a workaholic and I'm addicted to working. Thankfully, I've been able to cultivate a lot of work through Patreon or Shipwrecked or whatever, but when I like don't have something going on, I get unhappy, and I have to temper that and try to remind myself that my happiness should not depend on my work, because work comes and goes. But it does mean that I'm a productive person, and that's good. I get homesick for people. Yes, I get homesick for one person in particular when I'm not around him quite a lot. Places, not so much. I love LA, and LA has always been my home. I was homesick for LA before I lived here, which is kind of weird, but I just always knew that this was where I was meant to be. And when I was in high school in Arkansas, I just ached to come to LA. And so now I don't feel that anymore because I'm here and I love it and I'm very happy here. What's the most rewarding thing about creating your own projects? When you see people say that, like, for example, I saw someone say that watching Poe Party is the best part of their week. When you see people say that they are inspired to do their own thing because of what they saw you do. If you can bring a little joy into someone's life by making something, it seems to make all of the hard work worth it. I always enjoy when your work includes music. How have you cultivated your abilities throughout life and experience? That's an interesting question. I enjoy when my work includes music too. I think I've said before that I never really expected to be a person who sings a lot as a part of their career. That was not what I thought was going to happen because I never thought I was good enough. However, I guess I didn't let that stop me from trying and auditioning for musicals or whatever, or putting up covers on YouTube, and that has turned into me being in more musicals or being in more projects that include music. I love music, and I've cultivated that love, and I've tried to share that in the ways that I can, and I guess that has worked. As for other abilities, I don't know. I just try and learn to do what I need to do in a given situation, like learning a Russian accent or learning to ride a bike, because I'm not good at that. Thankfully, I've been given a lot of opportunities to just take a jump for it, and people have trusted me to learn how to do things, even if I didn't know how to do them. And that has been really fun, because I love learning, and that's what I love about being an actor, is that you will never stop learning. You will never be at a loss for new things to learn or discover or create, which is cool. Do you speak any other languages? Hablo español, pero muy mal. No recuerdo nada. Lo siento! This week I want to highlight some artists that I love, because I love art and I wish that I could draw, but I can't, but I live vicariously through people that can. So I am going to point you in the direction of 3 artists that I love. The first is Susanne Draws. I follow her on Instagram and she's wonderful. I actually hired her this year to draw a picture of Sean and I for Sean's birthday, and it's so cute, and I really love her adorable style, so go check her out. The second is Abigail Larson. Oh my god, I love Abigail so much. I've corresponded with her a little bit and she's super nice. She just creates this gorgeous gothic art that I just drool over. I love it. It's so gorgeous. Go check her out. And finally, our friend Emily, who drew our new Poe Party poster and a poster that we're giving exclusively to Kickstarter backers. I found her because she came to see Spicer Forever, and then she drew a fan art of it, and I loved it, and I started following her, and I just love the art that she does, and we're so happy with the art that she did for us for Poe Party, so definitely go check her out and support all 3 of these amazing female artists who are so good, and I really love all of their work. They're so different and so cool. If you know of something that you would like to see me shout out on MK's Corner, I'm running out of things for this last Check This Out segment, so send them my way. I would love to check out whatever it is that you would like to see promoted on my show. Well, that about does it for this round of MK's Corner. October looks to be an exciting month. Don't forget to participate in the I Love Poe Party contest. See you at Buffer Festival in Toronto. And don't forget to catch my TV appearance. Keep your eyes on my Twitter so you can find out what it is. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day. Thank you for supporting me, watching my stuff, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye! The croaking raven doth bellow for revenge. Thanks to Warren Day for sponsoring this video.